tough is it to just work through Saturday and kind of put it in the past?
I mean, it's nothing we've done before. So I mean, the game went as it did, but I mean, we came out with a dub, so that's all we can really ask for. And I mean, we'll take it. I mean, so just taking that game and just moving on to the next one.
Where do you guys have to get better on defense?
Tackling is something that we're definitely been working on, and making sure we're working on our pursuit to the ball and just our communication. I think is our main points.
When you look at when things go wrong, how much of it is just, maybe 9, 10 guys doing their job, but, maybe one guy had a bust or a loaf or something like that?
It can happen like that sometimes, but at the end of the day, I mean, we all have to work on the same string. So, I mean, if one guy's not doing a job, we got to get him corrected. So, just making sure that we clean up all those little details is important for this week.
Does this game mean something more knowing you're the Waco kid going up against Baylor?
I think it used to with the old coaches that they had, but I mean it's still always a challenge and always a battle and always something I'm excited about. Playing against the team from my hometown and all the people that are on the team that I know. So it's always competitive, and I always enjoy the opportunity to do that.
You still know a lot of guys on the team?
Yeah, I still know a few that I actually graduated with and so played with. So I mean it's definitely a cool experience to go out there and be able to play with guys that I used to play with.
I mean, since you started being recruited, have you noticed sort of the OU Baylor game? It seems like it's become a pretty good rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely when I was getting recruited, it was definitely something that was being more talked about. It was definitely two Big 12 contenders. So it's definitely big, and getting the chance to be able to play in a game like this, being from the city, it's always big.
Kahlil, Iowa State, the big receiver Butler was a handful for you guys at times. How can you guys be better against those bigger bodied physical receivers in the future, do you think?
I mean, considering we've already went up against him, I mean, it's just moving on from that and just being able to work up the details, working on our physicality, making sure that we put ourselves in the best position to be able to play big guys like that. We obviously got to be physical at the line and try and get some pressure. So, I mean, that's definitely one of our main points. And just continue to be physical and just keep playing.
Given the fact that you won't play a team like Army again, what do you take from that game? What did you learn from it?
You learn a lot of things. I mean, you can learn communicating, making sure that you're all doing on the same job. For that, it was a very physical game. So, I mean, learning ourselves as far as how physical we are and how much more physical we need to be definitely puts it in perspective, how we can grow. So, I mean, every game you can always learn from something.
How much more physical do you guys need to be?
I mean, we need to be as physical as possible. I mean, there's really no meter for it. But, I mean, just going out there and making sure that we're coming to the ball with some attitude and just making sure that we're working on tackling and pursuing drills.
When you're playing a Baylor versus an Army, is that a different kind of physical?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, obviously, because one's you got a bunch of guys in the box, and then Baylor, you got to have a lot more spread offense, a lot more passing. So you definitely got to have a different mindset as far as your responsibilities and stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still trying to going out there and dominating.
When you think all the way back to spring camp and integrating Buki into things, changes that you guys made defensively, Curtis out there, is this kind of what you guys have been preparing for, these offenses that you're getting ready to face? Is that how you should be judged as a defense on how you defend these guys?
I don't think so. I mean, I think every day is different. So I mean, but I mean, as long as we just keep working, I mean, I don't think there's really any concern worrying about the outside perspective. I mean, we just go out there and we just got to clean things up, and I think at the end of the day we'll be all right.
Is it wild to you that there's so much criticism for you guys and you're 4-0? In top 5?
I mean, it happens. It's expected. There's always going to be people that say they have their own opinion. So for us, it's just not listening to the outside words. So at the end of the day, we're just doing what we do, and that's winning.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Kahlil.